Hello, my name is Aidan Lefebvre, and I'm the curator here at Grace Gallery in Brantford, Ontario. And I am here today with our guest, Tiffany McFarlane. And she is one of our original artists here at Grace Gallery from Long Island, New York. Are you still in New York? New York?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Still living in Long Island, from New York.
Oh, beautiful,
Yep.
wonderful.
Nothing's changed. Been here all my life. So
Oh, that's great. So you
yeah.
were born and raised in Long Island, New York?
Yes. Yep. Long Island, it's like I said, everyone thinks of Manhattan, the city, when you think of New York, but Long Island is there too. But I've lived here all my life.
Yeah, well, I don't just think of Manhattan when I think of New York. I think of I think of Times Square. I
Yeah.
think of New York, New York. The song
Right.
by Frank Sinatra comes to mind.
Yeah.
uh, I think of you know with New York. I think of the Bronx. I think of Brooklyn. I think of New Jersey.
Good one.
So these are all New York, um, but and Buffalo, New York as well.
Yep.
So
Upstate.
so that New York is a big place, right? It's a
Yeah.
monstrous place. It's a
Yep.
big state,
Definitely is. Mhm.
but it's got its good and it's got its bad, right? So,
Definitely is.
but usually more good than bad.
That's good to know. Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but so anyway, um, basically the so you have been one of the original artists here since the very beginning. Grace Gallery started. We
Yes.
started almost 7 years ago now. Almost
Yeah.
7 years ago now.
Yeah, I know. I know
It's
it's
going to be
probably
7 years, May 14th.
right. Okay. Yeah, I know it was probably, a little over 5 years that I got in with you. So yeah, you said I was one of the first. So yeah, I think it's been about 5, 6 years for me that you've had my art in your gallery. So that's
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah, time goes so fast, it flies.
yeah, and I know a lot of people like your art here, um, and it does draw a lot of interest.
That's nice. I
Hmm.
appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. I know that I've pointed a few people to your website. I don't know if they've bought pieces from your actual website, but and got the pieces that way.
Oh, no,
Which
I appreciate it. Yeah.
for sure
Yeah.
they didn't get them here yet.
Yeah.
But I definitely I think I've actually just ran into somebody. Like I saw somebody who has pieces of art in his house that has a couple pictures that look like your type of art. So I think I actually have found a buyer that collects the
Uh-huh.
type of art that you do. So
Oh,
uh,
that's nice.
I'm gonna talk to him and see if he'd be interested in collecting any pieces of yours. And more than likely, I think I'm gonna make one or two sales there for sure. So
Oh, that's
yeah,
great. I appreciate it. Any support that you give, I appreciate everything that you try to do. It's
yeah, for
great.
sure. Well, you do get a lot of exposure here. There's no doubt about it. I
Oh,
actually
that's nice.
gotten a lot of exposure for your art pieces through the years.
Yeah.
So, all right. So basically, I would like to start off with, can you give a short introduction about yourself?
Okay. So yeah, again, my name is Tiffany McFarlane. I'm a digital artist from Long Island, New York. I mainly been working as a fractal artist. Like I said, it's a type of digital art that mainly works with it's like a combination of art and math together. It's like manipulating mathematical formulas to create images, from the that you can, turn into art. And I've been doing that for since about 2012. So it's almost been about 10 years now. So that's the type of art I do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a artist from New York, just trying to make my way like everyone else.
All right. And yeah, so can you give people an idea of what exactly fractal art is?
So again, with fractal art, like I said, it's if you heard of Benoit Mandelbrot, um,
Well, I
he's
have. I don't know about other people.
yeah. So the best thing would be to look up what him, and that'll give you some insight on what a fractal is. So it's basically like I said, manipulating mathematical formulas to create art. So um, fractal is like repeating patterns that as you go smaller and zoom into the pattern, it's similar to the structure as a whole. So with that, and it's like infinite. So with that, you can really, create different things that can be really interesting to the eye, and it could pop. And like I said, it's a good thing to work with and create art from. So you'd really have to see it to know it. But yeah, that's basically what it is. Like I said, manipulating mathematical formulas to create images from it, and you can get some really pretty interesting things from it. So
Your art is also focused a bit on 3D as well. Can you explain that?
focus on what? I'm sorry.
It's also got an aspect of 3D to it as well. Can you
Oh
can
yeah.
you
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
explain it?
So to get these images, I work with different programs. It's all digital, so it's through the computer. So I work with different programs. Some of them could be not 3D, but mainly I work on the 3D side. So with that, like I said, there's a program called Mandelbulb 3D that I mainly work in, and it's like the 3D form of the fractal that I'm working with. So you can, like I said, manipulate them and create some pretty interesting things from it.
And your pieces are very vivid and bright. How do you get them to be like that?
See, that's my little thing that I like to add. As for me, I like to work with color. I love different colors. Bright puts little more I guess it would say, just like I said, to make the image pop a little more, a little bit of my personality in it, brightens up the image. So I like to use color personally, and like I said, that really catches your eye. It tends to work pretty well with, like I said, with the fractal art. So I like to use color, so that's just something I like to do. And like I said, it does a good job of catching your eye and paying attention to what's there. So.
And what inspires you to create such wonderful works of art?
Inspiration. Uh, I would just say, like, from other artists, I would get inspiration. Mainly how I even found fractal art and got into it on, throughout social media. You can find a little different people and different forms of art from everywhere, from all around the world. So before I, really got into it, I really didn't know what it was at all. So I saw some pretty interesting images online, and I just was wondering, like, how can I do something like that? Because I want to do it. It looks great, catches my eye. It's not something I really ever seen before. So once I, saw something that I liked, and I was just inspired to get into it and learn something new. Because I've been an artist. I've always loved to do art, probably since I was the age of 4. I always liked to draw and things like that. So it kind of took some time to find the type of art that works for me. Like I said, I like to draw at first. I try everything, a little painting, maybe a little sculpting here and there. But really was, like I said, around 2012 when I really got into the digital art from other the amazing images that I've seen online. So I just wanted to try something new, and it actually worked out for me. So I'm glad I did it.
Your background there, is that one of your fractal art pieces?
Oh, no, it's just just the wall here. So I know it kind of looks like some of the stuff that I do, but yeah.
No, it's not as bright.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What is your favorite color? Do you have a favorite
Favorite
color?
color? Probably teal. Like yeah, bluish teal. It's actually it's funny that if you know Tiffany's the color Tiffany blue, it's actually named Tiffany blue, and that happens to be my favorite color. But that's just a coincidence. But more like the tealish turquoise kind of blue,
Yeah,
cyan around that range. So yeah, it's funny.
yeah, a little bit of blue mixed with green. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so uh, well, this special here is a special for Grace Gallery because it is Black History Month. So I wanted to definitely do something to identify with that, and so I wanted to take this time to appreciate you and to appreciate who you were as a person, and to and this is one of the reasons why I've asked you to this interview here today. So because I wanted to take this time to recognize you as one of those artists, and as somebody I'm very proud of having in my gallery here.
I appreciate
And
it.
so
Thank
I
you.
wanted to thank you for that, and to definitely, you know, ask you a few questions based upon that. So I want to start off with, um, so have you faced any challenges that you thought you may have experienced because of the color of your skin? Have you ever experienced anything?
I would probably say not really. Just based on my experience, I haven't really come across anything discriminating. Like I said, with the type of art I do, I found a nice community online with other artists that create the type of work that I do, and they're actually from all around the world. So there's not really much discrimination there. It's really all about the art. So I do appreciate that. But I would say that it might be, it's always nice to find another artist of color that does the same type of work I do, because sometimes it could be rare, especially Black females. So it's always nice to be able to connect with another artist of color to relate to, and, share your experiences as an artist, what made you get into it, and things like that. So that's really my experience with it.
And have you encountered any stereotypes with your art? And if so, how did you overcome it?
Stereotypes? No, I wouldn't say so. Like I said, it's really all about the art. And I do, like I said, especially with the pandemic situation, a lot of my promoting is online. So face to face in my local community, I've been pretty well recepted. I've done a showing at my local library, and some of my, like I said, those are really my peers. So local in my community, they've been pretty supportive. But as far as online, like, I mean, everyone's pretty much open to the type of arts that I do. I really haven't encountered much stereotypes. It's really all about the art, and I hope to keep it that way.
And what are the ways that you've seen art change, and what do we need to be aware of in the future?
Art change. So again, yeah, really just more online promotion rather than in person, especially the fact that, like I said, we're in a pandemic right now, so you really can't be around large groups, do large showings really now. So the thing is really to promote online just to keep, yeah, getting exposure, and opening people to different types of art. So that's really the main challenge right now. It's just getting exposure, and showing different types of art to different people.
Right. And Do you have a talent or skill unrelated to your art?
Talent or skill. I would hope to call it a skill, but again, with the pandemic, I've been more into cooking as of late. So it's been fun to try to, create different dishes. I know with cooking, it could be a different art form as well. So, yeah, it's a fun way to like express yourself and try new things. So I've been getting into trying to cook more, actually, trying to cook healthy as well.
Any particular type of cuisine you're focused on?
I've been trying new things. I really like to cook breakfast, so typical bacon and eggs. I can make a meat and French toast, so yeah, it's fun. And like I said, I've been
Bacon
trying
and
to cook
eggs is
more.
pretty primary.
Yeah, right.
Stuff.
And I've been trying to cook more healthy, so try to get more vegetables in
Yeah.
there too, vegetable dishes and stuff.
Well, with Black History Month in mind, what good news stories give you hope? Or
News
what other
store.
stories have given you hope? I should.
Um, Unfortunately, there's not a lot of that right now. A lot of things that you see, as far as news has been negative, but it's actually great to finally have a first Black female vice president, someone it's nice been to identify with, to actually see someone who looks like you in such a high position in the country. So it's nice to see something like that. So seeing someone that looks like you get to such a high position definitely gives hope, to others, and it's nice to see.
Well, Barack Obama got and became president,
Yeah, definitely that too. Yeah,
so
for
he
sure.
became the first Black president.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that there gave all the Black men some hope. Now Black
Absolutely.
women have hope because she got
Yeah,
vice president, right? So,
right. Yeah. So I just
she
hope
probably
the
will be
trend
president.
that it can continue in the future. Yeah, to see more Black faces in politics and different high positions. So
Yeah.
it's nice to see.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a good thing for the future for sure.
Yeah.
Seeing more of that because yeah, there is a lot of that in the United States, and we need more of that. We also need a lot more, I would say, Native and Aboriginals as well
Yeah.
in
Absolutely.
as well.
Everyone. Yeah. Mhm.
There's a real lack of Aboriginals, so I honestly think that they need to start getting a voice as well.
That's true. Yeah. Everyone should have a voice. In a
Hmm.
country that's so diverse. Yeah, it's important to have a voice from each community, just so you can strive to do better and make improvements for everyone's community.
I think honestly, the opinion I have is, you know, my true honest opinion is we are a country, not just a country. We are actually a continent. North America mainly, not talking about Mexico, but United States and Canada. We are actually a area all built up of immigrants. We are all immigrants, every
Right.
single one of us. And so it doesn't matter what color you are, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what your background is. We're all immigrants. We should all see each other as equal. We are all equal. We're all immigrants. So don't
Absolutely.
sugarcoat nothing. We're not more special than the other person. We're all equal to each other. We should all be seen as that. There is no higher power. There is no lower power. There's no class system. There shouldn't be. There shouldn't be. It should all be equal across the board because
Absolutely. Yeah. Even the fact that we're having a conversation, I mean, we probably couldn't be more different. Me, Black
yeah,
female from America, you, a white male from Canada. But it's good that we can speak, and have still have respect to each other over a common interest.
yeah,
In our case, it's art. So it's
yeah,
good, to have a conversation, so just to get a different perspective from everyone. Everyone should be able to find common ground no
yeah.
matter your differences.
Yeah.
And just be able to respect each other.
Oh, for sure.
Mhm.
Now going on to the pandemic, I think we covered Black History Month pretty good. So let's go on to the pandemic now. So with the pandemic in mind, what did you notice you took for granted before?
I took for granted. I would just say it may seem a little cliche, but just pretty much time. Like you just have to realize you got to manage your time, the best way that you can. Like no one ever knew that things would change in everybody's lives so quickly. So I just when you have the time to do it, it's good to, meet up with people that you haven't seen before, always connect with your family and things like that. So maybe you've taken that for granted, just the fact that you don't always have the time to maybe travel and, see certain people. So when you have the time to do it, you should really, shouldn't delay. And I think, with everything changing, it's really been putting it in perspective, just how important that is and just managing your health, trying to stay healthy. Because you never know when things are going to change.
Mhm. And what are you grateful for now?
Grateful. Just definitely the people that I've met, as a journey, as an artist that I've met online, as well as the people in my personal life. I've been grateful. Everyone's been reaching out despite not being able to see each other every day. Everyone does tend to reach out to me just to check up, make sure I'm doing well. I got to do a better job of that with other people, but I really appreciate the people in my life who's reached out to me, just checked up on me periodically, make sure I'm doing well. Like I said, even the fact that we haven't been able to see each other, then it's still good to be able to connect with people. Even with you, like I say, it's good that you reached out. I appreciate it. Just to have a conversation. It's nice. Like I said, even though we can't really meet face to face, it's not as safe. So I'm just grateful for the people in my life that continue to check up on me and make sure I'm doing well. And I hope I can do a better job of that myself.
And finally, well, actually, this is the second last question, actually. So this is still pertaining to the pandemic. Where is the first place you would travel to once you can, locally and then internationally?
Oh, first place I could travel to.
Mm.
I would love to go. I miss going to like concerts and shows, maybe even a sporting event. So I'd love to, take the train, go to Madison Square Garden, see another show or any kind of sporting event. Again, I've realized that I've missed it so much. I usually try to go to maybe a concert or, like I said, a show or something, at least once or twice a year at the Garden or so, or maybe Barclay. So I kind of miss going there. So,
When I
yeah.
said locally, I meant like nationally, like in your country somewhere, or maybe even Canada.
Okay.
What
Well,
is
yeah,
something to
definitely. Like I
Canada?
said, local, the city for me. Like I said, Long Island.
Yeah,
Hopping on the train, it's about a 45-minute ride to the city, so
yeah.
that's still pretty local. So, but I
Oh,
still miss going there. But as far as maybe outside the country, I haven't even given that much thought. I really should, because that goes back to taking for granted the fact that you might not be able to travel as much. So when things are over, I really have to, make it a point to, maybe travel more. Like I said, maybe take a trip outside the country, maybe take a trip to Canada. This is not too bad. Or, somewhere out the country. So I really have to give that some thought and see, what might be best.
I would
Hope,
strongly
yeah,
consider going to, somewhere overseas. You
that
know,
would that would be fun. I never actually been on a plane before, so it's bad for me. So I got to work up the courage to try to find
you
somewhere
know
to
what?
go. So,
Flying on a
but it would be
plane is
nice.
actually a breeze. It really is a breeze. It actually is really nice and
I'm
comfortable.
sure it is. Yeah.
It's just, it's just, it's just that little bit of turbulence taking off.
Oh,
Sometimes,
yeah.
yeah, and yeah, when you're taking off, your sometimes makes that little buzz noise because of the fact that you're going at such high speed, right?
Yeah.
And then you're going up real quickly, so your ears just can't take that speed. and so your body has to adjust a little bit. But once you're up in the air, it's easy sailing from there.
Yeah, it would be nice to, try something new for once. Like I said, maybe visit Europe, or I'd probably go maybe like to the Caribbean, Caribbean island, maybe Jamaica, Bahamas, somewhere like that. Be fun.
Those are nice places.
Mhm.
Those are really nice places. Nassau, Bahamas, you definitely got to check that place out. My parents
Oh,
went.
you've been?
No, my parents went there, and I heard nothing but good things about there. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's a nice place apparently. I might
nice.
go one day.
Yeah,
Yeah, one day.
yeah. We all got to. Mhm.
So the final question is, what words of encouragement would you give youth who want to do what you do?
Oh, encouragement. I would just say, don't be afraid to try something new. Like I said, with artists, sometimes you got to try different things, different mediums, whether it be painting, sculpture, like I said, digital art, to find what works for you. So I would really just say, don't be afraid to try new things. Like I said, maybe give fractal art a try. You might like it. You never know. So always, try new things. Don't get discouraged if it doesn't work out for you. You can always, see what works for you. Don't be afraid to try something different.
Well, I really want to thank you for your time and taking the time today for the interview. And thank you so much.
Oh, no problem.
Have a wonderful evening.
You too, Aiden. Nice
Talking to you.
speaking with you.
All right. Take care.
All
Bye
right.
for now.
Thank you. Okay.